Balanced literacy involves reading, writing, speaking, listening, and viewing. Balanced literacy originated in California in 1996. It was created in response to low reading scores on a national examination. The state then implemented it as a new curriculum. The focus of the new curriculum was the systematic and explicit teaching of phonics as a formulation for comprehension, as well as presenting literature-based experiences. Balanced literacy is a philosophical orientation that assumes that reading and writing achievement are developed through instruction and support in multiple environments by using various approaches that differ by level of teacher support and child control. It begins with creating a genuine appreciation for good literature. Components of literature involve phonics, grammar skills, reading, comprehensive strategies, writing forms, and writing skills. Balanced literacy is best combined with teacher, direct, and indirect reading instruction and student-centered activities, such as shared reading and independent reading experiences. It is a method of proactive teaching that supports the development of effective strategies for students to process texts at increasingly challenging levels of difficulty. The comprehensive Balanced Literacy program has 6 blocks that make up core instruction: daily independent reading, daily independent writing, learning skills and strategies, application of skills and strategies, learning to write, and developmentally appropriate writing. Teachers are able to support the development of effective strategies for processing novel texts at increasingly challenging levels of difficulty.
A small group of students read from their own copy of the text. Students do most of the reading, and the teacher guides students.
Daily independent reading would have students read a text to themselves without support or instruction.
Students will engage in sustained silent reading during seat work time.
In Read Aloud, a teacher reads a copy of the text to a large group of students.
The teacher sits in front of the whole class with a book and reads to the class. Only the teacher has a copy of the text.
In shared reading, the teacher reads aloud with a large group of students. Students either have their own copy of the book or can see the shared big book.
The teacher and the whole class read a common text together while the teacher emphasizes rhyming words. Broad skills may be worked on.
Conferencing is a time when the teacher and student, or student peers, discuss a goal or assignment in the context of balanced literacy activities.
Teachers, students, or both participate in pre-reading or pre-writing conferences, editing conferences, or book discussion conferences. These can occur during independent reading and writing.
Pair and share is where students divide into pairs and share ideas, answers to questions, or their work.
The class splits into pairs to discuss elements of a story or to make predictions on what will happen next.
Prediction is a teaching strategy in which students are asked to guess what will come later in the text.
A teacher asks students to discuss what they think will happen in a story by only examining the cover.
Writing aloud, or modeled writing, is where a teacher demonstrates proficient writing, expands access to writing beyond students' abilities, and exposes students to a variety of genres. In shared writing, a teacher models writing strategies, teaches writing strategies, and extends understanding of the writing process. In interactive writing, a teacher and student choose a topic, they would share a pen, and compose together. In guided writing, a teacher reinforces skills while engaging students in questioning and discussion. The teacher also acts as a guide as students write, practice strategies, and build on their independence. In independent writing, a student will choose a topic, then practice at their independent level. The student is given time to practice and demonstrate the values of writing. This may be done while writing independently, in pairs, or in small groups, usually on a topic of their choosing. In a study conducted using 9 Grade 1 classrooms, the 3 classrooms that performed the best had students that were always reading, writing, and learning something. By the end of the year, the students in the 3 engaged classrooms were reading books at a higher level than the other students in other engaged classrooms. The most striking contrast was with 3 students in the 3 least engaged classrooms, with some students in those classrooms still reading books that had been read in the middle of the fall by many students in the 3 most engaged classrooms. There were 3 striking dimensions of difference with respect to teaching that set these classes apart from the others. The most effective teachers were teaching all the time, using a variety of whole group, small group, and one-on-one instructional tactics to teach, which was an integration of literacy and content. The teaching was an obvious balancing of skills instruction and holistic literacy experiences. Often as many as 20 skills and hours would be covered, some planned and others in response to students' needs. The most engaging teachers were constantly teaching to motivate students, employing a wide variety of tactics to do so. Thus, they praised specific accomplishments of students. They encouraged students to recognize their success as due to appropriate effort and their failures as reflecting a lack of effort. The most engaging teachers also chose stories and classroom activities that were interesting for students. The classroom management was so good in the most engaging classrooms that it was difficult to know what the disciplinary policies were. In 2 of the 3 classrooms, the observers did not see a single disciplinary event during the year of observation. The goal of balanced literacy would be to assist dependent readers who rely on teacher or adult assistance to become happy, independent readers. It is also important for teachers to offer a balanced reading program with goals prepared for students. These goals include knowing students' prior knowledge, being able to balance both direct and indirect instructional approaches, and creating novel student-oriented activities. Running records may be difficult to keep due to having many students. Here are some easy methods to stay on track with your students' progress.
1. Create a schedule. 2. Understand queuing systems and the relation to errors. 3. Provide immediate feedback. 4. Keep a data notebook. 5. Include comprehension questions. 6. Evaluate the strategies being taught. 7. Set goals with students.